Well, the mantle wind is a new idea that came about 10 years ago, and it basically tells us how deep earth motions have happened over long periods of time. And so the mantle wind is thought to be a large-scale movement, slow movement of the mantle, maybe happening over tens of millions of years. Well, the Hawaiian Islands are a group of islands or volcanoes that formed above a hotspot in the Earth. Researchers in the end of the 1990s went out with a drill ship and they collected core samples from there. And what they found is that actually seamounts that are quite old, between 80 and 50 million years old, they don't or they didn't form where they were expected that they would form, and that is where the current location is of the Hawaiian hotspot. So they went out with a drill ship and they figured out that that location shifted by 15 degrees up north. The Louisville hotspot is another hotspot in the Pacific Ocean, quite similar to the one that is underneath Hawaii. We went out to the Louisville hotspot because we want to see if the mantle wind is also a big player for the Louisville hotspot in comparison to Hawaii. And we found out that it is not. So Hawaii was first thought to be moving quite large distances, up to 15 degrees, because of this mantle wind. But the Louisville actually doesn't show that. It shows basically that it has been fixed or stationary over the same time period. The Louisville and Hawaiian seamount trails, they show that they behaved quite differently. We show that Hawaii moved a lot and Louisville didn't. So what it tells us about the deep earth motions is that it is not as consistent over large scales, but it is rather local. So it means that there's local geological processes that are determining how they were moving over time and not a large scale mantle wind. Okay, so far we have been studying two seamount trails in detail. One is Hawaii and the other one is Louisville. They're both long-lived seamount trails, both in the Pacific Ocean. So now we want to take our research to another ocean basin, the Atlantic for example, where there's another long-lived hotspot trail, the Walvis Ridge. And that will tell us something about those motions but at a complete global scale.